What's going on? Oh, snap. I think we're live. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, looks like we are live. What's up, everybody? I'm at the house today. What's going on? Hope you guys can hear me pretty good. I just got back from the gym. I was shooting some hoops. And I was, what else was I doing? I hit the bike, did the stationary bike for a little bit. But basically, guys, I'm going live. So I talked to one of my mentors, Tom Kroll. I don't know if any of you guys know him from Wholesaling Inc. He's a pretty super cool guy. So I basically said, Nate, you need to go live every day for 100 days and just give massive value. I'm like, let's do it, man. I mean, why not? I mean, I'm making calls, doing deals. Why not go live and, show you guys what I'm doing to get deals? So right now, guys, I'm about to call a seller that I have under contract. And in this scenario, this happens a lot. So what happens is, I will make I'll do a low cash offer. And if they don't accept that, I'll give them a creative offer. And if they don't accept either of those, I say, you know what, honestly, I got some buyers that I might know who might be able to, pay a little bit more than I can. If you let me put this under contract, I'll send it out to them so I legally can market this out and I can wholesale this. I can find some buyers. And a lot of sellers say, yeah, why not? Go try it. If you can get me the number I want around there, let's do it. So I do that a lot. And then, obviously you can do novations and everything. But I don't really pitch that just because this one specifically, she already had it listed. I might be able to say, hey, look, I'll put in some work into the house, but the house needs a ton of work. So she tried to list it. It didn't sell on the MLS because, banks wouldn't, lend on the property, didn't qualify. So I'm going to call her right now, kind of explain to her the situation I had when trying to wholesale the property to my buyers. It's interesting because there's someone. So she wants 250 for the house. It's not worth 250. All the offers I've been getting are like 190, 217, 220. I have a solid offer at 220, but she wants 250. So she told me yesterday, she said, hey, Nate, do you have someone at 250? Because I have someone else that says they're going to do 250. And I'm like, I know that that's a wholesaler. Hey, Tony, thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. Thanks for the love on that one, brother. Yeah, so I do it all the time because I'm very transparent with sellers. Like if I can't help them, if my offer doesn't work, seller finance, innovation, I just say, hey, look, let me run out to buy my buyers, but they have to be motivated. I don't do this for sellers that are motivated because it's a waste of my time. So she had a wholesaler tell her that they would pay 250. That's not, I think it's a wholesaler. That's why I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to call right now. But I'm like, I know they can't do 250. I've already blasted this out to all the buyers in Utah. No one's paying 250 for this piece of trash. So that is why, I'm going to call her out and I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Hear what I say? I believe I'm good at sales. I believe I'm good at what I do, but you guys see what I do, give me some critiques. I'm here to give you critiques. I'm here to help you out and just have you learn as I do deals. I mean, I just did a deal yesterday, $4,500, zero marketing spend. Didn't have to spend any money on it. Last week, 10. Actually, this week too, 10K. So $14,500, zero marketing spend. Doing the strategies I'm telling you guys right now. I've done both things. I've had companies that market a lot, have a big team, and now I'm trying to being lean and just doing deals with zero marketing spend. So I keep all the money. I have really low overhead, like a couple $100 a month in wholesaling. So I'm trying both, and I like this strategy too. And the reason I'm doing this is because the market shifted a little bit. But anyway, let's give her a call. But before I do, I want to check if something really quick on my group at everyone. Let's see if that works. Okay. Anyway, I'm just adding everyone. Maybe more people can come on. But I'm about to call this seller live. Let's see how it goes. All right. Again, she believes she's got something at 250. I don't think so. Let's find out. Let's see. She should answer. I told her I'd call her. All right, let's see. Again, this is the strategy of telling the seller you're going to wholesale property.
Hello.
Anita, how are you?
Hi. I'm okay.
You having a good weekend somewhat, sort of?
It's typical.
Typical. Yeah. I mean, same here. I, woke up, went to the gym, relaxed a little bit. I don't know, what you do on your weekends, but I try to just relax because the whole week it's so busy.
Yeah, it's been a rough week, so yeah, not doing too much.
I'm sorry. Does that have to do with the house?
Well, the house is stressful, yeah, but
Yeah.
It's everything that entails the whole week itself.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know what I've realized as I've gotten older, I found out that everyone's going through something. When I was younger, I thought life was easy and there was no problems. I was like, why is everyone saying life is hard? But the older I get, there's just seems to be more and more that happens. Yeah.
It's just we do what we have to do, fortunately or unfortunately. So
agreed. Well, Anita, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know it's Saturday. I know it's a good time to spend with friends and family. But I wanted to call you and just lay it all out there, kind of tell you what happened this week as I tried to, like I told you, reach out to some partners, see what I could find. Is that okay if I just, tell you, exactly what happened? And by the way, how much time do you have? I don't want to, take too much of your time if you're busy.
We're fine.
Okay.
No problem.
So the first thing I kind of want to ask you is, you said that there's another buyer that you've been talking to that says yes, they can do 250, right? Is that kind of what happened?
Well, I'm trying to get 250, so everyone's trying to work to try to figure that in. So.
Of course. Okay. So these people that you're talking to, they haven't offered a solid 250. You're just saying, hey, can you get me 250? And have they given you any like a solid offer yet? I'm just curious because I want you to go with the best offer, of course.
I haven't gotten an offer of 250. Let me just put it that way.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I tried my best, Anita. I went through, I think I have one of the biggest networks in Utah. I mean, I've been doing this for several years. So I reached out to all of my cash buyers, and, I told them about the first case scenario was a cash offer, right? And then the second one was a terms where we take over the payment and stuff.
Right.
So I was pushing more for the cash just so we can get it done. I don't think you want to keep the house, or your son wants to keep it longer. But as I was talking to people about the terms deals, like about them taking over, the most people were willing to put down in a situation like this on a seller finance deal is like 10 to 15% of the purchase price. So they were really just coming up with about 10% of 2250 is 25, right? 25,000. So that was kind of like the best that they were giving me. And I know at the current state that wasn't going to work for you, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I can assume that that's just off the table, right? I mean, I can at least put it out there and say, hey, Anita, if no one gives you a better offer, 25K is probably the best we're going to be able to find for someone to take over the payments. But, again, I just don't think that's going to work for you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So other than that, so this is the situation we're in. I think you let one of our buyers walk the property. Do you remember that?
It was Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah.
Well, couldn't have been Wednesday. It might have been Thursday.
I think it was Thursday. So this is the situation we're in with him. So he works for a hedge fund and he doesn't work the weekends. And whatever he does is he walks the property. He works for a large company and he has to get his offers approved. So he told us he thought he'd be able to get his offer back to us by Friday night, but he didn't. So we're kind of in limbo with him on what he'll pay. Now, I believe he's going to pay the most out of anyone I've talked to just because he's backed by, hedge funds, a larger corporation, but we still, I guess we're still on, the verdict's out on what he's going to offer. So I didn't want to hold you up if you had that other better offer, but that's kind of where we're at with him. We called him, we texted him today. He didn't get back to us. I'm sure he just works on the weekdays. And then, so I was going to follow up with him on Monday and just try to say, hey, what's the offer? What are you going to do? But again, I don't want to hold you up if you got something better.
Yeah. I want this done today. I don't want to have to wait till Monday.
Okay.
So
yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, and I think he just dropped the ball. If he wasn't ready, he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll just unfortunately I'm just not going to go with you.
Yeah. No.
And I'll get with this other person and talk with them a little bit more in length. We didn't talk a lot because I let him know that
you were working with me. I get it.
I was working. Was working with you through Friday.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Which they said that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just get back with them and see what type of options that they can do, and I'll just go from there.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, I'm not here to hold you up or make you make a bad decision. I had my time, and I appreciate you giving me the option. I'm sorry that that guy with the hedge fund, he didn't get back in time. I really was hopeful that he could pay what you wanted, but I understand that maybe these other people, you might feel a little bit more confident or comfortable working with them now.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time. Thanks.
Yeah. Anita, can I ask you one last thing real quick?
Sure.
Actually, so I want to just throw this out there. If the people you're working with don't offer you 250 and they try to haggle you down low, I want to let you know that, I would like you to reach out to me just to see if maybe that hedge fund guy comes back, because if, you're obviously, you were not going to go with them if they, string you along and offer you, 205 or something low, right?
No, I've already had offers for 211 and 28 and 211 and 208.
Gotcha.
And I've declined those.
Gotcha. Okay, so just keep me in mind, because I do have an offer on the table at 220, but I didn't even think to bring it up just because I thought that would be too low for you. But I just don't want you to be in a situation where these guys, they act all good and telling you what you want to hear now, and then they try to lowball you later, because that does happen a lot, and I don't want that to happen to you. So I do have an offer currently right now ready to close at 220. And the guy said he's 90%. This is another buyer. He just wants to walk it on Monday, but he's 90% at 220, and he's ready to close. Like I said, I think he said the 11th of October. So that I think it's less than 14 days. But if those other people try to lowball you, please, I'll probably even follow up with you, but please reach out to me, because I think the hedge fund guy will come in higher than what your people will pay.
Okay, I'll take that into consideration.
Okay, so I'll email you his offer just so you have it. The 220. I'll say, hey, the hedge fund guy probably will come higher if you just wait. Let me know, and I'll send you a cancellation of the contract that we have, just so we're not tied in working together anymore.
Okay.
And I wish you the best. I'm sorry I couldn't get it done in that time span of the week that you gave me.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, Anita. We'll be in touch.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. I mean, what you gonna do? So that was the conversation I had. So again, she told me she denied 208, 211. I currently have a buyer 220 that will do it. He's actually going to do it 225, but I want to make a quick 5K. This is taking me a couple hours to work this deal. Okay. So what's happening is she's talking to a buyer right now that's saying they can do around 250. I think they're going to lowball her, because guys, you haven't seen this house. This house is terrible. It's got the house is destroyed. It's got tenants that need to leave. It's got an unfinished basement. It's just not a good property. So what I just did there, if you guys have tuned in, is I made her a low offer. My offer was like around 170, because that's where I needed to be. Okay. So I could wholesale it to someone. I have buyers that, so I made her a low offer. I offered her seller financing, but she wants 60K down, or 50 or 40. That's a lot. Most buyers are not going to give you 40 to 60K down. And then I also, I got to make my fee out of that down. So seller finance out of the way, listing it is out of the way, because it needs so much work. It doesn't qualify. So no listing, no novation, no listing with an agent. Seller finance is out. It's a cash offer. My cash offers were at 220. Okay. She's thinking that maybe she can get more. So I'm going to text her and say, hey, look, if those people lowball you, come to me. I got you at 220 and a close in 11 days. And I kind of tried to leave her on the hook with the hedge fund guy that walked through. Now, will he come back? I don't know. But I got 99% chance that whoever she's talking to is going to come in lower than 220, because they're probably just some wholesalers. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't seen the house. they're just saying, yeah, we can do that. And then they're going to send their people through and they're not going to be able to get the deal done either. So hopefully by me, saying, hey, I got dangling the carrot and saying, hey, I got someone ready. And the hedge fund dude, she comes back. I mean, guys, this is one thing you got to learn is it's never over. Follow up. These people, they'll probably cancel the contract. I'm going to cancel the contract just because whatever, I don't need to keep it. Honestly, yeah, I'll just cancel it. It's not a big deal. But I think she'll come back. Okay. So what I just did, nothing special, transparency, give her the juice, tell her why I think she should go with me. Right now, she thinks she should go with someone else. And that's just how sellers are. Like, if someone says they can do 250 or around their asking price, they're going to usually try with that person, even if they don't. Thank you. Tony said, it's so true. It's never over. It's never over, Tony. That's right. Because, I think this is the problem with wholesaling, in my opinion, is because like these people can go in and say, yeah, we can do 250. They can't do 250. No one in the whole United States is doing 250 for this house. It's just not worth it. The ARV is too low. 250 would not make sense with the repairs. So she is going to, give these people a chance to waste her time. I told her, hey, look, I know everybody. These people are wasting your time. But, I didn't really dive deep into like forget those people because that's not really how I do business. I don't like trash other wholesalers or other investors. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, 99%, they're not going to beat the offers I have because I have the best buyers. And if they do, I'm going to say, hey, Anita, let me get their number because I'm going to sell them some deals. So that's the cool thing too, is by following this all the way through, I'm so confident that I have the best offers and she's going to come back to me. I'm going to get the deal. I'm also so confident that I'm going to follow this thing through. And if I don't give her the best offer and they do, I'm going to find out who they are and I'm going to get their information and sell them a bunch of deals. So it's a win-win. I don't get the deal. I don't make 5, 15, whatever K, but I find an awesome buyer who can beat all the buyers that I have on my list and who I called. It's a win-win. So remember that. Take away what I just said. If you're doing the strategy I have and someone beats you, find out who they are, start selling them deals. Okay. Win-win. You make a deal or you lose a deal and you get a freaking dope buyer. Okay. That's what I want you to learn today. So that's how you talk to a seller when you are negotiating, and just tell them you're wholesaling it. Again, let's run through the scenario one more time so you guys can take action. You make a cash offer that's low. They don't accept it. You give them terms. They don't accept it. You do novation. They don't accept it. They can't do it. You say, you know what? I have some great buyers in the area. If you're motivated, they have to be motivated. Do not do this with someone who's like has no motivation or anything. You say, hey, you know what? Actually, if I have some great buyers that I know that might be able to pay a little bit more than I do. If you give me a week, let me blast this out to my people and I'll come back and give you the best options. And then you send them either an option to purchase agreement or in this scenario, I just sent her a, what's it called? I sent her a Rep C, real estate purchase contract, a normal one. And I put in the Rep C. You guys want to see it? Let's just look at it because I ain't trying to, explain this. Let me just show you what I did. So this is the Rep C that I sent her. So we could do this. So hold on, let's see. I think it's, oh gosh. All right, guys. And don't steal my deal. Don't call her. When I share my screen, I don't want you guys stealing my stuff. Okay. So right here. So this is all I wrote. Seller is giving the buyer the right to market the property in order to find an end buyer to purchase the property. The seller has given the buyer until 9:30, which is yesterday. She gave me an extra day to do so and for due diligence. Taking over the existing mortgage subject to is an option as well. Additional addendum required if creative finance deal is approved. So guys, if she would have accepted my 220, only thing I have to do is I got to take this contract. It's assignable. I take it, I do one addendum, I make addendum 1, and then have her sign it saying, okay, yeah, the new purchase price is 220. And then I sign to my guy for 225. I make 5K. You can use the same agreement in your regular Rep C in the terms to shop it around and tell them you're doing this. Okay. So it's no different than what we normally do. It's just in this scenario, I'm telling them exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Most of the time, if I'm going to buy it or wholesale and I know it's a deal, I don't say anything. In our agreement, it also says that We have the rights to market the property. Marketing is defined as not limited to placing property for sale in the MLS, advertising, newspaper, periodical, subject property on the internet. Okay, so it allows us to do all these things in our agreement, and this thing is assignable. Let's see, buyer may assign or otherwise transfer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's how I use this agreement. If you guys are curious, I can show you how to sign a cancellation agreement. Why not? You know, if you guys want to see that, let me ask before I do it, because if no one cares, I don't want to do it. Does anybody want to see me fill out a cancellation agreement of a contract so you can see exactly how to fill one out? If anyone says yes, that's in the Facebook group that's live watching this or on YouTube, I can see that in StreamYard and I'll do it. But if not, what other questions do you guys have? Because after this, I'm about to enjoy my weekend. Okay, we got someone saying yes. But hey, by the way, because I'm in StreamYard and I see this, who's saying yes? I'm curious. What if you want to say who you are? That would help me just so I can like kind of address you as I'm filling it out. Do you want to? Again, it just says Facebook user on here, and I like to know who I'm talking to. If you would like to say your name, go ahead. And by the way, anybody else can ask a question. Like I told you, Tom Kroll, one of my business mentors, said, "Hey, Nate, go live 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Show people what you do and how you're making money, and help people out." And that's kind of what I'm trying to do, guys. Is like I put a big emphasis on my coaching, like telling people about what I do. I don't really care about that anymore. I mean, that's great. I coach, it's whatever, but I want to help everyone in my group or anyone in my sphere make money. I want to help you guys succeed. I'm going to give you as much help as I possibly can. Obviously free charge, because I just want to help you out. That's what my goal is. I want people. So eventually maybe we can work together. Okay. And if you work with me already, I appreciate you, but that's my goal. I want to help you guys all make money. Cause I'm making money and I'm doing this, and it's all because of things I've learned. Okay. And by the way, Judith, you got it. I'm going to fill out this contract for you. All right. Thank you, Judith, for watching on Saturday, tuning in. Let's fill out a cancellation agreement. Okay, so first thing I got to do, I got all my contracts in my drive. So I just go to cancellation and let's see if one pops up. Okay, cancellation and release of earnest money. Easy peasy. Okay, so I got buyer, seller, okay, property. So then all I'm going to do is make a PDF of this, download it. Then I go got to go to PandaDoc because that's where we do our agreements. PandaDoc. And let me make sure it's showing. Let's see, make sure it's okay. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so I go to PandaDoc, new document, easy, no problem. And then I go cancellation agreement, load it in there, easy peasy, again, no problem. I'm going to sign mine. We're going to add her. She's already in the system because we already sent her a contract. And then obviously, because I'm sending the cancellation agreement, if she wants my deal at 220, I'm going to have to sign this thing again. So this thing's easy. You just put buyer, which I'm buying under Ventures of Nathan, my LLC. I have a bunch of LLCs. They paying enterprises. By the way, I came up with the LLC when I was like 21 or something, 22. So it's kind of a whack LLC, but it's whatever. It don't matter. Anita, what's her name? It's right here. Smith. Anita. And honestly, I think I felt like I developed really good rapport with her, but she kind of seemed like annoyed with me. I don't know why. I feel like we were pretty tight. So maybe that was just in my head, but she's going through a lot, right? It probably has nothing to do with me. She's probably just upset that I couldn't get the deal done when I said I could. And that's understandable. I tried, but it's a piece of trash house. Nobody wants it. So what can you do about it? All right. So you put in the address. Okay. So notice of cancellation of contract. Buyer hereby gives notice of cancellation contract, blah, 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 with the reference date of. Okay. So what do you got to do? You have to reference the original contract that you're canceling on the date that it was signed. So September 24th. So we're just going to go in here. We're going to go September 24. So you have to reference the specific day that you did the contract, or it really doesn't even really make sense, right, guys? All right, so right here, yeah, okay. So buyer, and by the way, guys, I don't even need to have her sign it. I just sign it because I don't need like her approval to agree to sign that. So I shouldn't even have put her as a signer. Shoot, let's see. Okay, Panda, I got to take her off of there then. Dang it. Okay, well, this is good. This is the stuff that you guys, this is what happens, you know? So I'm going to have to go back. Shoot. There's got to be a way that you can change the amount of signers on here. There it is. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Dude, I'm a genius. Don't you guys love when you got a problem and you're like, I can figure this ish out. Okay, so signer, signing. Let's see what else. Okay, where did that go? Date, bada bing, bada boom. Finish. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, we got to put the date. Let's put the date for today. Oh, why is that? Yeah. Oh, I guess I can just sign it right now. And then I'm just going to put Nathan Payne. Finish document. Okay, it's done. So I download that and I'm going to email it to her. And this is what I'm going to email. So I'm going to come back, see if there's any questions, and I'm going to finish the email up. All right. Is that cancellation contract on the Investor Thrive portal? If not, are you able to post it in there? Tony, you already know, bro. Anything that I own, that I use is yours, brother. Because you work with me, we work in the program. I already told you I'm gonna give you my buyer's list because you're in the program. Buyer's list, contracts, anything you want, Tony, is yours. All right, man. So everybody, Tony just asked, is the cancellation contract in the Investor Thrive portal? Again, is yours, brother. So I might as well just give it to you right now. I'm right here. So let's just go to Discord and hook you up. Let's see, Discord. I'm gonna give it to you live, Tony, right here. And again, Tony, any resources you see me using, brother, it's yours. I'm not holding back on you anything. Let's see, unless someone gives me a specific material and they're like, Nate, you can't share this. And I'm like, okay, well, sorry, Tony, I can't share it because this specifically I can't. But anything that you want that I have, that I've specifically got, it's yours. There you go, Tony. You got that. Did you get that, brother? You got it in your Discord? Let's see. I just sent it. Yep, you got it anytime. All right, so I think I have one question that came through before I finish up sending the last email to her. Sorry, my question, but when it says release of earnest money, that means that money goes back to you. Yeah, so to answer this question, when it says release of earnest money, that's if you put earnest money down at a title company, it's releasing it back to you when you send the cancellation. I didn't put earnest money down. And guys, I don't put earnest money down until my due diligence is over, because why would I put money down on something I'm not going to, if I don't know if I'm going to buy it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell it. So again, my contract says earnest money is put down after due diligence. Due diligence didn't finish. Well, it finished yesterday, and then today I basically called her. But that's what that cancellation contract means is, after due diligence is over, you can send that and, try and get your money back. But again, I don't mess. That's just like a standard cancellation agreement, right? But I usually don't even mess around with earnest money until I have a buyer, or I know I always give myself enough time to move the deal within my due diligence period. If I need to get 1 day, I move it within 1 day. If I have 5 days, but I don't do a due diligence period of 2 days and then still try to sell it after, if I'm not able to take it down, because you just don't want to mess around with that and mess around with people. At least let them know the amount of time that you have. Okay. All right. So let's finish this email. I'm going to send it to her, and then I'm going to send her a text. And then we're just going to wrap it up, everybody. All right. And then I'm going to leave some questions. So let's go back to this. So I have this contract, the cancellation of contract. So I'm going to send her an email. Let's go. Let's see. Compose and Nina from my work email. Say, Here is the cancellation of our agreement. Please reach out to me if the other buyer can't pay more than. And guys, you guys are probably like, why are you putting that all in the subject? One of my friends said, hey, people just mainly read the subject. So I put it in the subject. I'm putting it in the subject and in the email. So please reach out to me if the other buyer can't pay more than 220K and close ASAP. So I'm going to explain. So I'm going to drag this in here. So this is the contract that that I'm just going to click it and just make sure that's the one, that's the right one that has the information filled out. Okay, that's the right one. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. All right. Again, don't steal my stuff. Don't steal my people. I'm being courteous and showing you all this stuff, this good stuff. Don't call her and try to get a deal. Go behind that back, snake me. I'm not worried that anybody will do that, but okay. So that's what I'm going to say. Here is the cancellation. I can't even spell right now. Cancellation of the agreement. I'm sorry that my top buyer that walked the property by the way, I'm using this last hedge fund guy as like a hook, right? Like just to keep in the back of her mind, like, okay, if these other guys lowball me, like he's got that other guy that's got deep pockets. So I'm going to say that again. I'm sorry that my top buyer that walked the property didn't get his offer back to me by today. If the other buyer you are working with doesn't make you a cash offer that works for you, please let me know, because I am confident that he will be able to pay the most on a cash offer, since he is backed by hedge funds and deep pockets. I also have a buyer that is ready to go. He said 90%, but let's just say ready to go at 220K cash and close by October the 11th. If you wanted to accept that offer that currently stands. Obviously, if that other buyer you are talking to pays more than 220K and you don't want to wait on the hedge. I know it's a long email, guys, but I'm giving it all. I already said this to her. I think I said it to her like 20 times on the call, but I really believe this is going to get it done for me, and we can recap on this. Obviously, if the other buyer you're talking to pays more than 220 and you don't want to wait on my hedge fund buyer, you should go with them. I really, and guys, it's about empathy too. You got to be tactical. I really appreciate your time, and I wish you the best. I know life isn't easy, and if there is anything I can do to help out outside of doing this deal with you, let me know. I have a lot of resources available to me, and I would even be willing to help. Guys, I'm going a little bit further because she's in a tough situation, and I'm in the mood right now. Not in the mood right now, but I want to help, right? Like that's kind of outside of getting this deal. Like let's just help someone out. Like, you guys don't know the whole situation, but it's a sticky situation. So we want to be of value, right? So whether or not I do this deal with her, I want to help out. She's got a lot of collections and debts on this thing. And I think I could call the collection people and negotiate it down. So that's what I'm going to offer her. Another thing I could offer is I could help her move the stuff. So that's something else I can offer right now. I have a lot of resources available to me, and I would even be willing to call the collections people if you need collections people to negotiate the fees down if you needed help with that. One more thing is I have a really good connection referral. What's the best word to say? One more thing is I have a really good contact that helps clean and move furniture. He's a mover. He's a really good mover, and he's really cheap. One more thing is I have a really good contact that helps clean and move furniture and guys, I can't even spell furniture. I have a really good contact that helps clean and move furniture for a really good price. So if you need that for moving some of the stuff out of the house, let me know. Either way, I look forward to hearing from you again, and wish you nothing but the best. Okay. All right. So I don't even know. I haven't even looked who's watching. Okay. So that's basically what I'm doing is I'm sending a cancellation, and I'm saying, hey, look, if you got to offer currently a 220, the hedge fund guy might come back sooner. He didn't come back. He didn't offer fast enough, but it doesn't matter to me either way. I want to help you out. Let me know if there's anything. So that's kind of how I'm wrapping it up, is if she calls on me and needs any help, I'm going to help her out, right? Despite doing a deal, right? Because that's just what's the right thing to do. I really appreciate your time, and I wish you the best. I'm going to say, let's see, either way, I look forward and wish you nothing, but I already said that. That's why I got to read these again. Either way, I look forward to hearing from you and wish you, that's kind of whack. You can't say that again. Either way, I look forward to hearing from you again. And best of luck is kind of lame too. Again. And find out what you end up deciding to do. Okay. And guys, by the way, I'm going to follow up with her next week anyway. I'm going to call my buyer, and then I'm going to call her, and, she probably is not. She said she wants to do something today. Those other people, they might get her to sign a contract, but what's interesting too. Let me say one thing. That's interesting is if these other wholesalers or whoever, if they get her under contract and it's not, and they don't pay what they want, but tie her up, if they tie her up in a contract and they don't let her out, that's going to be interesting. I hope that doesn't happen, but that's a thought I just had. It's I'm willing to cancel mine. Should I even cancel mine? Because what if these other wholesalers she's working with just tie her up, don't let her out, file an affidavit memorandum. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. It's whatever. I'm going to cancel it. Don't matter. So anyway, let's read this. I have a lot of resources available to me, and I would even be willing to call a collection field and negotiate the fees down if you need help with that. One more thing is I have really good content. Let's clean and move furniture for a really good price. So if you clean out homes and move furniture for a really good price, so if you need that for moving stuff, some of the stuff out of the house, let me know. Okay, so again, just giving value, trying to help her out. So I'm going to send this, and the same thing, I send an email. I'm also just going to say the same text. Okay. I'm just going to text her the same dang thing. Okay. Hey, I'm just going to say, I just mailed you the cancellation. And you guys might think it's redundant, but the chances she'll read the email, who knows? But I think this is very well worded. So I want her to read it. Hey, Nate, I just emailed you cancellation of the agreement. I'm sorry that my top buyer that walked the property didn't get his offer back to me in time. To me in time. Other buyer you're working with doesn't make you a cash offer that works for you or is too low still. Please let me know because I'm confident that my guy will be able to pay the most on a cash offer since he's backed by hedge funds and deep pockets. I also have a buyer that is ready to go at 220K cash. I'm not going to say 220K. I'm going to say 220,000. And close by October 11th if you wanted to accept that offer that currently stands. Obviously, if that other buyer you were talking to pays more than 220 and you don't want to wait on the other hedge fund buyer that I have, I got to really clarify this that I have. You should go with them. I really appreciate your time. I wish you the best. I know life isn't easy, and if there's anything I can do to help out outside of doing this deal with you, let me know. I have a lot of resources available to me, and I would even be willing to call the collections people to negotiate the fees down if you need help with that. One more thing is I have a really good contact that helps clean out homes and move furniture for a really good price. So I'll just, instead of really good price, I'll say for cheap. So if you need that for moving some of the stuff out of the house, let me know. Because she doesn't live there, all right? It's her son's house. Either way, I look forward to hearing from you again to find out what you end up deciding to do. Bada bing, bada boom, done. Okay? That's it, guys. That's it. For the people who have remained and stayed true watching this feed, I hope that was helpful. Because that's what this is. That's business, right? You basically, and I know this has been a long feed. This is 42 minutes, man. I guess I've been doing this for that long. Wow. I thought this was going to take me 10 minutes. I guess it takes me a little bit longer to do stuff than I thought. But I'm also talking it through. If I was doing this, just doing it without trying to narrate it, it'd probably take me a little bit shorter time. But there's a couple of people watching. Does anyone have any questions? That's on, that I can see obviously in StreamYard. I know I can see people if you're in my Facebook group, the Wholesaling Acquisitions Manager Mastery, or if you're on YouTube, I can see your comments. Pretty much everything else, if you're watching on any other platform, I can't see you. But does anyone have any questions about how I just called the seller, told her I was wholesaling it, presented the offers, sent her a cancellation agreement, sent her an email saying, hey, don't forget me. I'm going to follow up. So I'm in my CRM. I'm going to follow up and set myself a reminder to check in on her because that's important. You want to follow up. I've said this, many times throughout this video. I don't believe that other people will get to pay more than I can. And if they do, they're my new buyer because they obviously they can pay more than my people can. And I have the best people. I mean, I got hedge funds, I got great buyers. So, any questions coming through, guys? Because I'm about to end this live. It's Saturday, about to go relax with my wife, my family. Yeah, that's it. Man, no questions. Nothing, huh? That's okay. Maybe I did a great job explaining, or maybe you just popped in and you're like, I don't know what he's talking about. But if you just popped in and you don't know what I'm talking about, but you just have a question, I'm here to help. And by the way, guys, like if you want to DM me, I usually use Facebook Messenger. I do Instagram too. But just hit me up, ask, I'm here to help, ask me a question. With the time that I have available to me, I'll try and answer your questions or help you, or we can hop on a quick call and I'll just try and knock it out and help you out as much as I can. But that's the goal right now is let's right now the market's shifting. So some of you might be in financially bad positions. I'll be straight up. I got 3 flips that aren't selling. So I'm in a position where I wouldn't say I'm like financially destroyed, but it's not good. Like I'd rather those houses sell right now, and I think they will. But so I'm in a position where I want to help people out because I know there's probably some crazy situations like that. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace out. Yeah, thanks for your time. Yeah. Yo, thank you for watching. Okay, now go get some deals. Have a great weekend. Get ready to hit it hard next week. Later.